the music.
You want to know how
We're good.
That works. Can you hear that?
Yep.
All right, we're good. Hey, everybody, we're back. Hi. Sound works. Scotty fixed it. Don't worry. You can call in tonight and everything. Totally works.
It was Dave the Bear Maker's fault. All Chrome.
Okay. Chrome. I reset the Chrome. Work like a charm. It's my fault because I have automatic updates on my computer, and that's what happens. It automatically updates it instead of me telling it to update it and stuff. So unfortunately, that's what happens. But hey, guys, welcome to the show. Tonight's episode, guys. What is tonight's episode? Tonight's episode is I don't have show notes. Tonight's episode is Geocaching Deadly Sins, Bad Geocache Designs and Hides, guys. Bad designs and hides. We're going to learn what not to do.
That's right.
What not to do. So this is kind of like a newbie show, maybe, I guess. But, I guess we could all learn.
Well, newbie show, gripe show.
I love a good gripe show. It's been a while since I've had a gripe show. So, yeah. So it'd be nice. So, yeah. Okay. It's 8:29. Chad, you ready? Let's get this.
I'm ready.
You ready? All right, here we go. All right, everybody, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
You want to know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. So go, Geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It's Wednesday. It's 8:30, which means it's once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks, and please welcome to my virtual left, my other co-host, Jazz427.
Howdy, y'all. Have you ever found a geocache that makes you go, WTF? I mean, what were they thinking?
What were they thinking? That's right, Chad. Tonight's episode 827, recorded live on August 14th, 2024, is Geocaching Deadly Sins, Bad Geocache Designs and Hides. Phone lines are now open, guys. Give us a call. Yep, they work again. Give us a call, 808-468-7924. That is 808-GOT-SWAG. For your international callers, you can call us free via the web at callinstudio.com/show/GCPC. Now, Chad, before I get to Patreon, I got to talk about what's going on with the hosting. Obviously, guys, I knew, and I know I wasn't on the show, and Shortness left the show last week. I knew she was leaving. Don't think that was a surprise to me. I knew.
No bueno.
Now I have to get through this, so I'm going to get through this really quickly, the best I can, and then we can move on with the show. I'm only going to do this once. So, guys, the show has had over 10 hosts, over 10 in its 17 years that it's been on the air. And, it's not our show. It's not my show. It's not Chad's show. It's not Jesse's show. It's nobody. It's X-Punk's X's show. He literally just lets us borrow it. If he called me tomorrow and he said, shut it down, I would shut it down. It's his show, So, the show also evolves. It's a lot. I always, and I've said this before on the show, I equate it to Doctor Who. Everybody's here for a little while and then they move along. I will someday be gone. Chad will someday be gone. I am the third producer of this show, main host, producer of the show. I'm the third one. There'll be one after me, and so it's just a matter of when and how and when I want to go and when Chad wants to go. I've been doing this show for 11 years now. So it's time's ticking for me. I'm not going to lie to you guys. There's much like Jesse, there's things I also want to do other than this show. Jessie also, she contemplated leaving the show for a bit. She went back and forth, but she decided now was the best time to go. And I absolutely supported that. And all I can say about her was, she was the OG call screener. She was an amazing host. When I took over the show in 2018, the first person I called was Daryl. Second person I called was Jessie. And Jessie said, how can I help? And that's what she did. And we spent, 3 or 4 months figuring out. Jessie was right there by my side, figuring out how the calling worked, and getting that to work again and trying to get the vision of X-Punk X. And she was right there along with it, building the show back to what it was. So, she was a great person. Well, she's not gone. She's a great person. She was an amazing host, but the show carries on, you know?
Yep.
We want nothing. We wish nothing but success for her and happiness for her and whatever she decides to do next. But, you know, I'm okay, you know, and, you know, I try to think who I can get to replace her. And, you know, a name came to mind, and I shot him a text, and he said, if I recall, he said, absolutely. I can't remember what. Let's ask him. Here we go, guys. We're gonna bring him in, guys. We all know him. It's C. Michelle, the new host of this podcast. That might be the last time we ever hear your soundbite, by the way. Because
yeah, possibly on this show at least. Anyway, while I'm a co-host, a temporary co-host for the time. Look at that.
So welcome to
Thank you, mate.
The show.
Thank you, much appreciated, and thank you very much for asking me. What I actually said to you was, I'd be proud and privileged to assist, Scott. That's exactly what I said. Yes.
Well, I
and rightfully so.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
And
Thank
you know,
Definitely.
and I'm gonna say it, even though it's not on there anymore, and I'm not gonna say who said it, but somebody in the show note on Facebook said, "I hate Australian accents." I'm out, and I'm like, who the heck hates an Australian accent?
If it's just one person we lose, Scott, then it's just one person. It's okay. I'm sure we'll gain a few more, you know, especially from I believe the American men really are infatuated with the Australian accent.
I'm infatuated with the Australian
Exactly. So I don't care. I'm not, you know, I'm easy, male, female, whatever. If I accept a few more people, a few more listeners come through and a few more watchers, then I'm happy. So yeah, all good, mate.
Well,
I just get an urge to say oi, oi, oi.
Oi.
Every
you
time
say
I hear
Aussie first.
Aussie.
Yeah, you can't say the oi,
Aussie,
oi, oi, first.
Aussie, oi.
There you go.
There we go.
So Craig, welcome to the show, buddy.
Thank you, mate, and thank you, Chaz.
Addition. I'm so happy to have you here, and we are going to move along, and so we need to talk about Patreon, guys. Everybody knows, even Craig knows, it costs a lot of money to make stuff like this work. Guys, just two ways you could help us out. You go to paypal.me, that's paypal.me/the Geocaching podcast. You make a one-time donation, doesn't matter what it is. It goes to the bills, or guys, you join Patreon.
You get anything with that?
Thanks for asking, Chad. Yes, you do. You get extra audio, extra video, only available to our Patreon members. You get stickers and coins and Patex and pins and end of the year giveaway. We just give stuff away to our patrons. The best time to have it. Patron only shows. And hopefully we get more video. Hey, maybe, you know, Chad doesn't do much video, but Jesse and I did. But maybe I can get C. Michelle to add some video just for us, just for the GCPC.
There you go.
Just, you know, he can edit it himself. I don't do anything.
Or Scott, when you do yours, send me the footage and I'll do a nice little edit for everyone too. So
so you're saying my editing's not up to par? Is that what you're trying to say?
It's okay. It's okay. It's not very, you know, into it. It's
not cutty.
It's POV, mate. Point of view. That's all it is. I think so. You know.
It's all right. Fair enough. Okay. Touche. Okay, so guys. So if you want to help us out, you go to Patreon. You can really help us out. We'd really appreciate it. It helps pay the bills. The show's super expensive, guys. You wouldn't believe it. You go to patreon.com. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching podcast.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachely. Cachely is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachely has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachely.com. That's CACHLY.com.
Tonight, we're also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic logbook made with genuine write-in-the-rain paper. The logbook designed for the micro-containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who would rather go cache than do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. It's LOGWERK.com.
Don't forget FTF Geocaching magazine. That's right, FTF Geocaching magazine. It's for geocaches, written by geocaches, with 6 issues a year. FTF offers practical advice, hints, tips, cache bios, and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. And find them at ftfgeocaching.com. That's FTFGeocacher.com.
And by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Bee Gun Soap, Itch Spray, and 2-cent choices of bug spray are all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDSBODY.com.
I know now that I'm going to laugh every single time you say H on this show.
H.
Me.
Yeah.
H. It is a H.
CACHER.com.
And
That's
we say a
awesome.
lot of H's too.
I know. And I'm going to giggle every time. Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA, and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTICAL geocaching.com.
And Art and Crafted. Art and Crafted creates unique geocaching themed tees and custom designs for you or your geocaching group with all adult sizes ranging from small to 5XL. If you have an idea for a shirt design and cannot find it, then you've gone to the right place. Give them an opportunity to show you how they can enhance your caching experience with your own custom design. Visit them at artedandcrafted.com, ARTEDCRAFTED.com.
And by pattags.com for all your swag and pat tag needs. Visit our website to get creative help, to trade or log tags, or to purchase your own personalized pat tags. With over 50,000 tags to collect, pattags.com is everything you need to start your pat tag obsession. Visit them at pattags.com. That's PATHTAGS.com.
Hey now.
And by Geocaching Adventures LLC. Geocaching Adventures is a full-service travel agency specializing in creating the ultimate worldwide geocaching adventure for cachers and non-cachers alike. What could be better than having your geocaching bucket list vacation all planned and led by a traveling expert? Learn more by visiting us at geocachingadventuresllc.com. That's geocachingadventuresllc.com.
And finally, GeoGo.
Chad, we're going to get another one.
Yes, we are.
I'm excited for it. Go ahead.
Oh, what about GeoGo first before we finish? GeoGo is
Yes.
geocaching with GeoGo, the geocaching app for Android that includes a Wherigo, player, trackable scanner, companion watch app, and county fields database. If you are an advanced geocacher, GeoGo helps you with powerful features like nearby cache notifications, optimize routes, offline mode, bulk TB logging, and much, much more. Learn more by visiting it at geogo.com. That's GEOOH-go.com.
I'll never use
at
that.
least-
I'll never.
At
use
least we
that.
don't have any Z's in
I mean,
there.
he has two of them, for Christ's sake.
I know.
And as always, hey, Chad, you can find our links to our sponsors on our website or
Or in our show note.
in our show notes. Yes, you can.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. It's like, thank goodness we don't have any Z's, which is Z for the English,
We
for the
got
American
two H's,
speakers.
though. That's amazing. Oh, I'll never get tired of hearing that. Dude. Never. Okay, so you know what the beauty part of this too is that what I realized is that we are now across the country. Chad's in California. I'm in Chicago. And Craig's in New Jersey.
Jersey.
Yeah.
We got the whole country covered.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So yes, it's 9:30 here, just to say, you know.
Hurry up.
Oh,
It's
6:30 here.
Okay, we did get an email here. We did got an email from GSM times 2. He says, "Thank you for the shout out about the Google spreadsheet ShareBear64 and I created to track the community's progress in collecting 15 million fuel units. There were 4 mega events worldwide on August 10th and 11th. This should boost by the numbers at least to the halfway point. The bit.ly link is there's a link. So guys, if you want to see the link to this spreadsheet, you can go to our show notes and there's a link to the to it. Jed, where are they at, by the way? I know you're clicking on it. I know
I'm clicking on it.
Where are we? Okay, you check. I have 2 hopes. I hope that people will earn the souvenir legitimately. There are many ways to boost one's find count without, quote, gaming the system. People can do power trails, GeoArt, Adventure Lab, GeoArt, or give favorite points to deserving geocaches as they find them. If we make it, we'll have the satisfaction of knowing we earned it. My second hope is that GCHQ or HQ will not award us a souvenir like that if we don't get 15 million fuel units in an allotted time. I agree with this completely, by the way. When the challenge is to set a new record for the number of people who logged one geocache in one day, we failed, which is amazing that we failed. But GCHQ awarded the souvenir geocaching world record attempt 2022, which was bogus, on August 20th, 2022. For me, I suspect many other goal-oriented geocachers That's a tainted souvenir. I am one of those. I agree.
It has the
Yeah, it's
big
like
L
you're a
on it.
loser. We had a goal. We didn't accomplish it. GCHQ rewarded us. I hope they don't do that again. I'm totally on board with that. I agree completely. Like I was like, I remember saying to Jesse, "Why did I get a souvenir? We didn't get it." Like and I read it, the attempt. I'm like, "Oh, come on!" Like
It's a participation trophy. That's what it is.
that really was a participation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks for finding a cache today,
Chad. Did you see? Did you
sorry,
see the link? Sorry, I was going to say, Chad. Did you see the link? Did you open the link?
Yes, I opened the link.
Where
It is, Scott. It is a like nerd heaven spreadsheet.
Yes, yes, it
It
is.
really is. I mean, he's done a fantastic. I don't know what any of these numbers mean. I don't know. I have to like really dig deep into it, but still.
You're not a nerd.
So as of yesterday,
God,
at the end of the day yesterday, we were at 7.83 million. But if we were keeping on track, we'd be at 8.21 million. So we're about 381,000 behind schedule.
Oh no,
so
you're kidding.
4.6% behind. So we've been trailing, and it's been going up and down. I think it drops down when we hit the weekends. We get some more cashing in, and then it pops back up. But I think with a couple megas, and I think with hopefully the temps will start cooling down a little bit towards the end of August in certain areas at least, and hopefully those numbers will bounce up a bit.
But Chad, I looked at that as well, and we've never been in the positive. We've always been in the negative. We've
been severely in the negative.
Oh, yeah, in the first week.
But now we're running in the below I'd say on average below 5% negative.
Chad, how many caches have you found this month?
I've only found a couple. But I've got a trip to Indiana next week, so I'll be out on assignment, and I will get some caches then.
Okay.
I do have 32 points though.
You have 32 points?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. It's his favorite points. People put favorite points on his caches, so that's where he gets.
That's where he gets.
So some of them are favorite points. Some of them are logging geocoins.
Oh, you finally did that.
Oh, so I sat down and logged a solid handful of geocoins.
Nice. Okay, good.
Or I shouldn't say log, activated.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what they do if we don't get it. You know what I'm saying? That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Because I agree, we shouldn't get jack if that's the case.
No. I'm fine without getting a participation trophy. I'm already getting a minimum of 2, if not 3 souvenirs this month for being on there. I plan on getting 3. I plan on getting the 100 points by the end of the month in there. So I need to get out and get some caches. I do have August 30th off, so I'm going to get out and cache no matter how hot it is out here. And I'm actually going to try to get down to San Francisco and hit my 9,000th cache and get a webcam.
Chad, you're not even on my list here. Like I'm at, for the record, I am at 456 for the Cosmic Quest.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, but 350 of those were you sitting on your sitting on your bum.
I'm doing
and playing the Adventure Lab.
I'm doing my job for the community, getting it done. 456, man. I'm higher than Tiva.
Oh,
and she's retired.
Oh,
come on.
So, I know you weren't the highest on my list, but.
I'm trying to find mine, to be honest with you. I don't know how to find it. Oh, there it is, Cosmic Quest. So you can tell how many points I've got because 32. Yeah, I think I'm on. Oh wow, it's big. I'm on 54.
54. I'm at
54. Yeah, 54. So there you go. Yeah, but I haven't my car, Scott. I haven't got a car at the moment. See, so yeah. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
Hang on, Tiva's not my friend. What's this? You need to friend me, Tiva.
Tiva's not your friend. You need a scooter, Craig. Scooter around the neighborhood.
Oh,
okay, guys, we gotta Guys, tonight's episode, geocaching deadly sins, bad geocaching designs and hides. Guys, we've all seen them. We all know what they are. We're gonna talk about some that just flat out bug the hell out of us. If you want to share your opinion or what bugs you, you give us a call 808-468-7924 808 got swag. You call us. Tell us what bugs you. What do you hate about bad designs or bad hides? I'm gonna start, and then we'll just go around. Okay, what really bugs me, and I get it, but it really plastic toys as containers.
Oh, yeah.
Kids, they use the plastic toys, whether it be a Lego container or something. Plastic toys as containers. Not
okay.
one.
What if it's a plastic toy that has another like a bison tube that's sealed?
That's
inside?
fine, but they get super gross. That's the thing.
That's the thing. Yeah, they can get super gross.
They get super gross.
If you leave a porthole for water to drain. So I've got some sharks, some plastic sharks.
Oh God, you've
with
got toys out there
with bison tube.
Oh man,
it's got baby sharks gone fishing.
Oh God,
and it's eating the bison tube.
Just awful. What is wrong with you, dude? Come on, you're better than that. You are better than that, Chad.
Hey, I needed favorite points.
And like, oh, a shark, I'll give it a favorite point.
Well, Scott, what if then that's the case? If it's a plastic toy, but it's encased and inside an actual container, a proper
if
container.
The toy is inside a proper container.
The toys in.
No,
there
that's
you go.
fine. I'm talking about the toy as the container.
So
the legit toy in the woods.
Sitting under the pile of rocks.
Sitting under a pile of rocks.
That I agree. I don't like if it's just that, and then the log sheet is gross, or the container itself gets gross. Then no.
Yeah. All right, Chad, to you.
Mine is the mint tin in a wet location.
Mint tin.
So you can do mint tins right and put them where they're not going to get wet and they're not going to turn into a rust shard. But in some places, no, they will turn to rust, and I can't stand those.
You need a screwdriver to pry that puppy open, man. Yep. Rust shut.
So just to let you all know, from an Australian point of view, our mint tins are worse than yours because ours open from the top, not from if you lay it down flat and open it to the side. Ours open from the actual top. You see, and they've got a lip on it, so they click closed, and so you get the baggie out with the actual, the log, and the bag rips as well as you pull it out every single time. There's not waterproofing; they get rusty, exactly the same. But our hole at the top is very, very small in comparison to yours. Lay it down and open it. So yeah. Very different.
I know I got one around here somewhere, but I'm not going to go. I'm not.
No, I know
I know what they are,
dude. I'm in Chicago where it snows and stuff, dude, and people put them under lamp skirts, and those things rust in like one season.
Skirts are really bad for it because water gets underneath there, and it just sits there in the puddle of the water, and it's going to turn to rust.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Good one, Chad. Okay, Craig. Your first time doing this, to you, sir.
I know. Well, mine is actually going to be inappropriate swag. Now, I'm not talking about the inappropriateness in terms of family friendly. Well, that too, but inappropriate in terms of food, that sort of items, or even just rocks and sticks. The amount of rocks, sticks, and leaves that I've found inside caches because people think, oh well, I want that toy or whatever, so I'll replace it with a rock that I find nearby. No, it doesn't work.
You're like Charlie Brown.
Something of equal or better value.
Yeah, I mean, a rock could be better to someone. Dude. Yeah,
it
true.
Might be a nice rock.
True. But for me, it's more about the food stuff as well, because obviously coming from Australia, we get a lot of things that eat our containers, and you can see like they nibble through the containers, and therefore then everything else goes in there too. So and the logbook's gone, and it's all wet inside. So yes, nothing in there that smells, nothing in there that attracts anything, and then something of value in there too. So inappropriate swag.
Yeah, I found candy, gum, all kinds of things, and I take it out and I take a picture of it and post a message. Please do not put food inside of containers because so down in Houston, insects, fire ants specifically, love to go in there and start eating the stuff up, and it's like no, it's nasty to begin with, but two, you get other vermin attracted.
Mm-hmm.
Good one. All right, we got a call here. Let's say we got a call from. Here we go. We've got Ohio. Could it be? Is this correct? Am I reading this correct? Is that right? Is that Ian?
Uh-oh. We lost Scott. Scott got disconnected.
Oh no!
And-
And Ian as well.
And,
So-
Ian's called in through the phone system. So
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what? We're going to move on, and we're going to do you, Chad, next. What's
Okay.
your next one? While Scott's there.
my next one is cheap plastic containers in hot areas.
Oh,
So they just disintegrate, especially go up in like the Nevada and the desert type area. And
I am still on the show. Yes, I am
Okay.
just like, there we go.
oh, there he is. There he is.
Nobody can hear you guys. Hold on a second. We got to figure out what's going on. here.
Oh,
My
Hello.
dog unplugged something. So
The-
really
the
quick,
dog
Ian,
ate
finish your
his
thought. Go ahead.
computer.
They can hear you. Can you guys hear him?
Hello, testing.
Okay,
Hello.
nod your heads if you can hear.
oh
him.
yes.
Oh, I
we
can
can
hear you.
Yes,
Ian.
they can. Okay, go ahead. They can hear you.
Sweet.
Go ahead.
Anyway, hi guys. I hadn't called in a while, so I like the topic. I was gonna actually use Chad's mint tins and wet locations thing, but he stole that from me. But my two big things. One is crappy food storage containers. I actually found a cache recently, and it was a Chinese food takeout container that had like a notebook inside of it.
Oh, come on. Are you serious?
And it was a relatively new hide. So I don't think it was a throwdown, but I think that was actually the container.
Wow.
And then the other thing, and this isn't necessarily like the container itself, it's more of a location and design of your hide kind of thing,
Uh-huh.
is when a really, really good location has a really crappy hide that has nothing to do with the fantastic location. Like you got some kind of historical monument or something nearby, and you decide to put a cache in a lamp skirt that has nothing to do with the historical location or something like that, and you kind of take away that location for a better cache, you know. So
yeah.
those are my
It's
two.
very, it's very much, mate. Like you do a bonus cache for an adventure.
Wait, hold on.
And
Hold on.
oh,
Let's see if
You
I
there?
can get you guys audio back here. Hold on a second.
Oh.
Sorry. Hold on, guys.
am I gone?
Oh, there you are. You're back.
There we are.
Hello.
I'm back.
Hey,
There you
we're
go. Hello,
back.
hello.
Hey.
There you go.
Okay,
No,
what
I
were you
was
saying?
I was saying, Scott, it's like the bonus cache for Adventure Labs. When you go through and do a fantastic adventure lab, and you think you're learning history, you're learning about locations, it's beautiful, and then it sends you to the parking lot, and it's a pill bottle under a lamp skirt as the bonus. You're like, why? I want to put a favorite point on something, and then but I can't do that. So yeah, it's the
Right.
same sort of thing, mate. So,
but that being said, that's better than Chinese takeout. I mean,
true.
that is insane. Yeah. Okay, sorry guys. What happened was my dog is below me. Roxy's below me, sleeping, and she moved and she unplugged something, so I had to go plug it back in. That's what happened. Ian, always good to hear
Dog
from you,
ate his
buddy.
Computer.
Absolutely.
Good to hear
So
from
I'm
you.
glad
buddy.
I had time to call in tonight.
Yes,
so
I appreciate
I'll talk to you guys soon.
We'll talk to you soon, buddy.
All right, later.
See ya.
Bye. We do have another call here. We got a call. We've got North Dakota. If that's North Dakota, I know who that is. Hi.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Hi, Jasper. What's up?
Hi.
Good. How are you?
I got two as well. I'm really good.
Of what you hate of a hide? Is it a container or is it a hide?
Yes.
Because you can do types of hides.
I
too.
got one container, one hide.
Okay. What you got?
So my first one is we had a kind of a newer cacher here in town for a little bit there, and he had an FTF up for, I want to say, the better half of 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was hidden in an alleyway right behind somebody's garage,
Okay.
and nobody was willing to go find it because it was right in the middle of town, right in the middle of it was on somebody's personal property. Somebody's like, I tried to get the FTF, but I was walking along somebody's fence line, and I was walking in somebody's garden, and I was like, nope, we're not doing that.
Nope.
Ooh.
Walking away.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it was literally in their yard.
I'm assuming it wasn't his yard. Or I shouldn't say.
Well, literally
yard.
in
Oh,
someone's
no.
yard,
I'm assuming it's a guy. It was
And
somebody
not-
else's yard.
and not just stuck somewhere in the alley.
Yeah. No. Well, see, and nobody found it. It went 9 months, and the guy finally archived it because he was like, nobody wants to find my hides, and it was like, because you're putting them right in the
Yeah.
middle of somebody else's property, my guy.
That's
That's just
Right, right.
no
And,
permission or anything.
and I
That's-
wonder if that might have been also just happened to be bad cords, and the bad cords were in the middle of someone's property.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
bad cords are I think that falls into this category as well. It's just appropriate or inappropriate location of the cache and including bad cords.
Mhm.
See, although in saying that too, Chad, and that is even personal property that the cache owner is the owner of the house, and it's
Right.
in the description saying I'm the owner of the house. I give myself permission.
Yeah,
I
right.
Yes.
still don't really like doing those, to be honest with you. You know what I
I
mean? Like,
apologize for that. The porch-
It
the porch cache, I say, like,
depends.
It's
in the-
I am the owner. I give you permission to come on my
Yeah.
porch.
yeah.
Depends. In the front of the house and around
Yeah.
some of the front stuff, I'm not so worried about. But when I'm going around the back or along the side of the house and stuff, then it kind of gives me the the creepy was a peeping Tom vibe
Yes.
walking back there. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. All right, Kels, what's your second one?
Okay, my second one was also followed by the act of a geocaching deadly sin.
Okay.
So we're gonna start by, you gotta forgive me for that.
Okay. I'll forgive you.
I don't like, I guess, easily broken plastic containers in the woods.
Easily.
She's stealing my answer.
Yeah, I noticed.
You've already stole one of mine in the
No.
chat room. A few weeks ago.
No, it's fine. We're gonna have overlap.
A
So
couple weeks ago,
go ahead.
a couple weeks ago, I was out at Denby Experimental Forest, which is the only forest in North Dakota. But
Yes.
and I was looking for a cache, and it said to look for something upside down, and I found a broken, busted green planter under a tree in a bunch of brush, and under that planter was a broken and busted ice cream tin with no logbook in it, with broken and busted plastic caps in it.
Okay. And that was the cache?
And that was the cache, and I was totally grossed out by the whole thing. And it's in national park forest land, so I just called the ranger and I was like, hey, I have an old and decrepit, not well maintained, broken cache with plastic all over the ground. And he met me out there and we removed it. So I did a really bad no, but I'm like, the leave no trace Cedo person in me just could not leave that broken and busted plastic.
Yep. Especially plastic as well in the woods or the bush area. Yeah, it's not good. It doesn't break down. So, it's good to actually get that stuff out of there or replace it with an actual real container sort of thing. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, if it was an ammo can, this would be a whole different
Well,
conversation.
oh yeah.
That's
Oh
an
yeah.
issue. Yes. Yes. Even the plastic ammo cans, those things last a long time. I'm even okay with those.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
well, they're designed to be, pretty weather resistant. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. All right, Kels, good to hear from you. Always a pleasure.
Yep, that was my only grief.
All right. Hey, man, if that's your only grief, God bless. You be well. We'll talk soon. Thanks for calling
Thank
in.
you,
All
too.
right. Bye-bye.
Yep, bye.
We do have we got I think this is Indiana. Hello, Indiana.
Hey, yeah, this is Dan from Richmond, Indiana. But I'm actually right now in Red Deer, Alberta. So I'm actually an international caller.
Oh, hey now.
Oh,
All right, there you go. What's your caching name?
Dealing FD84.
Dealing FD84. Okay.
So, you did the QR thing in my house.
Oh, of course, absolutely, yes. The puzzle cache in front of your house. I just saw you. Didn't we just see you? Did I just see you somewhere?
Midwest Geocache.
Midwest Geocache. Yes. Okay. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you again. Or good to talk to you again.
Doing all right. Traveling and getting caches like crazy. So, but what drives me nuts is sequential adventure labs.
Oh my God, yes. Oh God, yes. Oh, well done, sir. Well, that's a good one. Absolutely.
Yeah, the only one at Midwest Geocache that I did not do was the sequential adventure lab.
Oh, I did that one.
Because
I did it.
I came through the opposite.
You went the opposite way. See,
I was like,
I did my homework, so I didn't go to the opposite way. I did my homework. Yeah.
But I still got the bonus.
You
because
got the bonus.
Brought the nation and someone else figured it out the alternative way. But like I was in a town, and it drove me nuts because stage 5 of the sequential lab was at the same location of an earth cache that I did earlier that day. I was like, I could have done both of them at the same time. Now, if like, you know, like just recently, like today, like I did a virtual at a train station. I didn't realize there was a virtual there. I've done that before. That's on me. I didn't update Cachely, didn't look, didn't see that there was a stage there. That's on me. My bad. But the sequential, and the worst thing is, I know why they do it. That there's a bonus, and they want to do it at the last minute, and it doesn't make sense. And if it's close by that final location, but this one I'm talking about was like 3 miles away, or like 2 miles away at a library.
Oh, so that makes no sense.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see a need for them. I don't understand why they. I mean, I guess if you need someone to do something in a particular order, I guess if you need them to. But other than that, I don't see the point of it. But I agree with you. Absolutely, that's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah. And
what need would there be?
What need?
Oh, sorry, what need would there be to actually?
I don't know. But I mean, I guess if there was a need, I mean, maybe you need to see things in a particular order.
Yeah, I can see it with a story, and you're going through a storyline, but I rarely see those sequential ones with a storyline.
No, I never do. I just
and I had one on an island. We had an event on an island with about 50 people showed up on the island, and there's maybe 40-ish caches on the island, and it is a good 5-mile hike to get completely around the island, and you probably got over 2,000 feet of elevation up and down while you're going around there. And the owner updated it the night before, and he accidentally reordered things, so it was now like 1, 4, 3, and then after we got halfway, so the event was actually on the opposite side of the island from where the ferry lands,
right?
And so he realizes it, updates it, switches everything back while you're at the event, and you have to loop all the way around the island again. Yes, in order to complete it. And it's like, just open it up, make it non-sequential. There is absolutely no reason for this to have been sequential.
It's a toggle button. It's a toggle button.
Right.
Sequential, non-sequential. It's a toggle button. So
I know. Yes, it is a toggle button.
And when you build an adventure lab nowadays as well, it's automatically toggled off sequential. So it's not sequential automatically. So you have to actually legitimately click the toggle button and toggle it to sequential for that reason as well. So yeah, there you go. That's some information for you.
Yep.
Like just did one at the Calgary airport that was sequential, but it had the geofence high enough where it was like, no big deal. But it was like walking you through the years of Calgary's history. Fine. I don't have to go multiple places. I can just do the same thing as I normally do. I don't have a problem with that one. There's another one that I up in a cemetery in Sylvania at the a part of the 9/11 monument. That all the sequential, they're all like right in the same area. I'm not having to walk 1,000 feet, whatever. They're all right there. That's fine. I get that. But like when you have to like 5 different areas, and what's annoying is it doesn't show up in Cachely or any other app as a location, and so you just get the first location, Then you're like, well, I just backtracked. It's just like, that's what's annoying.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for calling in. That's a good one. Oh, you also have shrubs in there too, which is also drives me bananas. Shrubs.
Yeah, but shrub hunts are annoying.
It just ruins.
Put up with them.
It just ruins it. It ruins the shrub. It would be geocachers just ruin the shrub. Like you can always tell.
And I don't like them because I get bit up or hit in the head with a branch. And it's just this little thing. I put up with them. I just did one today that I had to move a branch around, and I found it, and I only stuck it out to ash, and it hadn't been found in over a year, and I'm sucker for those.
Right.
But still, it's just like, you know what I mean?
No, I get it. Absolutely. I totally get it. No, I hate them, dude. I hate them. They drive me crazy. Mainly because it's just ruining it. It just ruins the shrub. I mean, geocaches.
Oh, yeah.
They have big holes in them. You can tell there's a cache there. I'm like, well, that's where it's at.
Well, it's the geo trail of shrubs. It's literally the big hole because you make a bigger hole by sticking your head in once you found it and sticking half your body in once you found it as well. So it's the geo trail of shrubs.
Exactly. Interesting enough, Kelsey says in the chat, hey, I have a sequential AL. In my defense, they're all drivable in a small radius, and it's a story. You would lose the story if it wasn't. See, that's different. That's a different story.
And that's exactly exactly what I was saying. A story, it makes sense.
Yeah. And I think were they the only things available when they first started? Was it? Could you?
Yes, so I got one of the first ones, and it was all sequential at that point in time. Yeah.
So maybe that being said, maybe the ones that are out there are old ones. We don't. Do they have an age?
Yeah.
You know if they have an age or not. Okay. All right. Sorry. All right, buddy. Thanks for calling in. Good ones. I agree with both of those. Well done. I like those. You be well. We'll talk soon. Okay. All right. Thanks. Coming in from another one. We got Ohio here, Toledo. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Starcacher, right?
Yep.
What's up?
One of the containers I hate the most
is
I call them DNA tubes, but I guess there's centrifuge tubes, or I'm not sure exactly what their official name is. But those little tubes that have pointed in that has that cap that is always lost by the time you find the cache.
Little clear plastic containers about an inch long with a cap. Yeah.
Pipettes, I think they're called, aren't they? Pipette containers.
Yeah.
If you're lucky enough to find one with a cap, the log is always soaked anyway. It's like a useless container.
We call those Pico tubes in the Midwest. Is that, do you guys call those Picos?
Yeah.
That's what we call them. Right? Am I right, Sarcasm? Picos?
Yeah.
Picos, DNA tubes, pipettes,
Pipettes,
all various names.
Yeah.
And the logbook is always shoved right down to the bottom point as well.
I know you can't get it.
You can't get it out,
even
even with tweezers.
No, you can't get the tweezers in there. You need like one arm of the tweezer in there to get it. No, that's a good one, buddy. That's a good one. I like that one. Yep. Thanks for calling in. You be well. Like it.
Yep, you too.
Bye. All good calls tonight, man. I agree with all of them. Absolutely.
Yeah. See, a lot of those pipette containers as well, I find, are in host containers. So, in other words, there's a hole bored out in a rock and it's shoved into that hole of the rock, for instance, a real rock. Whereas that could be done, same sort of thing, except with a bison tube, you know, or even a nano is better than one of those little pipette containers. So, yeah.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. All right, next up for me, I'm going to say this kind of bugs me. And this is a personal preference, but I think everybody will agree. Empty ammo cans really bug me.
Whose fault is that, though, Scott?
When I go to an ammo
I would say if it's put out in the woods empty, then I blame the cache owner.
Yeah.
If it's been out there and someone's taken all the swag because kids don't always trade up. Then it's a maintenance. I would say it's kind of a maintenance thing. I have literally taken swag out of my bag and tossed it in empty ammo cans.
I used to do that because I had small little kids that cached, and I drag them out to an ammo can and it would be freaking empty. So I would, I would fill it and then give it to them, from basically their own freaking toys. It's the best part of it. But like, yeah, but still to this day, I mean, I don't carry swag anymore. I don't have little kids anymore. I don't carry swag with me anymore. But ironically enough, I do have, I think, 2 boxes full of swag in my garage right now. 4 can, but whenever I have an ammo can, I fill it. I fill it to the brim with swag.
Yeah,
Up to the brim. So that's why those are out there. But yeah, that is a real big pet peeve of mine. Is empty ammo cans drive me crazy.
You think about it. If you're a parent out there and you've got your little kids and you're just starting off caching and you're bringing them along, kids don't really like too much tromping through the bush with you and stuff unless they find something in that ammo can. So if that ammo can's empty, they don't care about the ammo can. They don't care about the logbook. They don't care about the smiley. All they care about is what's inside. So, you're literally breaking the heart of children, people. If you steal from ammo cans, you are breaking the heart of children.
Wow, man. Like that. Look what you're doing to the children.
Exactly. It's all about the children.
Child abuse.
Yeah. But yeah, those always drive me kind of crazy. That they can't, I mean, come on, man.
Exactly.
All right. I think, Chad, you're up.
I'm going to go with hides in places that are almost guaranteed to draw blood. Like blackberry briars, fields of thorns, in a patch of prickly pear. So I can't stand. Why do people choose to do that? Are they being masochistic or what?
Even when they hide a bison tube on a barbed wire fence, it's a little bit sort of hard sometimes.
Or better yet, a bison tube in poison ivy. I've seen that many times.
That was another one. So that was different because this is a thorny situation. But the poison ivy for me was more of a no warnings of PI, PO, or thorns or other such hazards in the area.
Yeah,
so
for
those things, there's an attribute for it. Put it in there. Because some people are highly allergic to poison ivy and poison oak, and there are other hazards and stuff that you just need to let people know, so they can make a choice.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, 100%. I'm in for that.
Okay, what about you, Craig?
Me? Well, I'm gonna slightly go off that what Chad just said as well, and that is I'm gonna say the unsafe locations or locations that don't actually have the correct attributes. So I'm talking about like around cliff edges, that sort of thing as well, whereby it's unsafe unless it's got the attributes there and it shows you the correct terrain rating, so people then can make up their own mind and their own decision. If there is a long hike to it and there's, over terrain, over big rocks and boulders, make sure you have the terrain level correct as well. So anything it's unsafe for the average geocacher who doesn't actually read all the description and stuff like that too. So it's easier to read the terrain rating than it is the whole description. So for me, it's unsafe locations.
Unsafe location.
Yeah. Unsafe location.
If I know I've got to walk, say, more than a mile, I'm gonna take a look at the DT. I'm gonna take a look at the attributes. I might not do it for a park and grab, but for those other things, I'm definitely gonna take a look at that.
Yeah. The other unsafe location, you can always tell if you're new to a particular area. Pull up the actual geocaching map, because you'll find that there's no real geocaches in the technically the unsafe locations in the different neighborhoods that are unsafe to be in. So it's funny. I use it all the time. So when I travel, I'll look and go, no geocaches in that area. So I'm not going to park my car overnight in that location. I'll go to somewhere where there's caches around. So
absolutely, of course.
Yeah. So
if you're doing that, and absolutely, that's
there you go.
Definitely,
you're parking where there's caches. Sure, absolutely. Okay. I've talked about this many times on this show. Nano in the woods drives me bananas. Absolutely bananas.
Mm-hmm.
Why
is that, Scott? Why?
Because see, it's not even the nano in the woods that drives bananas. It's when the nano in the woods and you have enough room where you could literally hide a Buick and you're hiding a nano. That's what drives me crazy.
But if it's all about the actual find in terms of the thrill of the find, it's a needle in a haystack, Scott.
Do you enjoy needle in a haystack? Do you enjoy?
No, I hate them. I hate
No,
them.
everybody hates those kind of. Let's be honest, everybody hates those. It's not fun. It's not like, especially when it's like July and August and there's mosquitoes out, and you're just getting eaten freaking alive.
Yep.
Out there.
I found a one at the in Flagstaff during the mega event, Geo Woodstock, and it was a DNA tube glued to the back of a piece of bark stuck in a tree. I made the find, and within the next couple of hours, I had multiple people asking me messaging me, where the heck is that?
Yeah. Scott, I like Nick Cap there in the chat room as well when he says it's a nano. What about a nano on a dead Buick in the woods?
I don't mind those. No, I don't mind that.
God.
That's cool. That's that you're taking me to something cool and it's magnetic. I get that. I respect that. But when it's just a nano, like I had one where it was a nano, literally like in like a down tree. Like it was like sitting on the down tree. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
that's a bit rough.
Or people nail a nail into the tree so they can put the nano.
Which is
I've had on two parts. Now you're
nano. I've had a nano in a dead truck in the woods that was very evil.
Evil is worse. Yeah,
it was behind the firewall, but up under where the vents for the defrost would be, kind of up and under. There, and there's a couple broken out, and you couldn't see it. You had to go and feel it to find it.
Yeah, Skip in the chat room says nanos on tanks and trains. Yeah. Give me a hint, man. Give me a good hint. Don't give me like
black nanos on trains and green nanos on tanks.
Good hint on those. Don't
you think about it? They're there for show, right? The tanks, the trains, they're there for show. They're a showpiece. People look at those as they drive past or walk past. So if you've got your head up inside one of those tank things, whatever else, how stupid, how like embarrassing is that to be seen? It's Muggle Central as well. So, and it's not a quick find. It's not like, I can see the suspicious pile of rocks or sticks in the corner. No, it's not a quick find. That can be hidden anywhere on those things.
Trust me, a lot of times you don't get a hint.
No. Or what's worse, Scott, is when the hint says no hint. That's worse because you get excited. You get excited because you can click the hint button is open, so you get excited that there is a hint, and then it comes up no hint. So
it comes up with a middle finger.
That's worse.
All right, Chad, to you.
I'm gonna say unreachable containers without some sort of hint, like TOTT. So you're out there in the woods, and then it's up in the tree. The tree's not climbable.
Yeah,
and you got to get it, and they didn't tell you to bring a top.
Yeah.
So in California, or at least in Northern California, if it says TOTT, 99% of the time it means you need an extension pole to get it down.
Sure. Or a ladder. Sure.
Or a ladder.
Yeah, but carrying a ladder through the woods, like, let's be honest.
Exactly. I'm not going to carry my golf ball retriever with me through the woods unless I need to use it. And quite often, you're a mile down the trail when and looking up when you figure it out, and it's like, okay, so that's another 2 miles round trip in order to get this. Do I get it? No, screw it.
Right. Sure.
Chad, I've got a question for you then. If you get to one of those locations, what you just described, where you don't have the ladder and stuff as well, so you have to go back to the car, get your ladder, come up, and the cache container itself is fantastic. It's exceptional. It's like one of the best caches you've found, top 10. Do you give it a favorite point?
I will go back and get my pull and get it. I will not give it a favorite point.
There you go. Oh, there you go, people. There you go.
No, he says, no, he will not.
It's like if you had the hint with TOTT, bring a tot. I would have given it a favorite point.
There you go.
I would put something. I would put something like that in the comments.
That one thing. That's all you need to do, people. If you're a hider, see, easy.
Yeah, it's the hint is there for a reason, guys. It's there for a reason.
Yeah,
Especially,
right,
yeah. Especially when you make somebody walk 2 miles into the woods or something like that. Like, give them a heads up, man.
Yeah.
If I'm walking the trail through the woods, I'm gonna look at every single one and see if someone's telling me to bring a tot or something else that I need to bring with me in order to get the container.
Yeah.
I agree. Okay.
me?
It is Craig. It is to you,
Me.
sir.
Okay, Scott, you will like this one, Scott, and everyone else in the chat room as well. And that is stealing other people's caches and replacing them with something of lower quality or standard.
Scott.
I had to get it in, mate. I had to. First show here. First time making
Craig's last show, guys. Craig, it was a
Making-
pleasure having you here. And
making a great impression on the producer.
So yeah, I've noticed some nice quality containers underneath some skirts, and the first thing I think of now is Scott.
Scott, do you want to tell if there's new listeners here that don't know the stories or whatever? So do you want to say anything in regards to what I was just talking about?
No. Everybody knows.
There's new listeners. There's new listeners, Scott. Every week there's new listeners. So
basically,
anyway.
It drives me crazy when I find a bison under a lamp skirt because it has no business being under there. And so I've been known, not every time, but I have been known on occasion to replace that bison with a pill bottle and put the bison in a tree where it freaking belongs.
Hear the silence. There's even silence in the chat room, Scott. There you go. You want to move on? Would you like to move on after that one?
Is that all you got? You have no other examples other than me? Am I your only example there?
Yeah.
Okay. How about puzzles you can only solve with the help from the CO? Like you have to be in his head at the moment who's thinking of that puzzle.
Are these puzzles that only you can solve with the help from the CO, or
no, anybody,
nobody
can solve. Nobody can solve.
Yeah, I agree.
We've all had those.
Like there's one in Seattle that's like read my mind or something like that like 1 or 2 people have found, and it's like there's no information there. Well, from as far as I can tell, there's no information on the page about how to solve it. Mm-hmm. Or hidden in the HTML code or in the image or anything like that. So
I will say,
you got to twist the CO's arm in order to get it out of them.
And I will say as well that book, How to Puzzle Cache by Cully Long, fantastic book, not sponsored in any way, but if you're after a good puzzle cache book, that's the one to get. I got that one, and I don't do that many puzzles, but I got more and more confident in doing more and more puzzles. And yes, Scott, exactly right. When you get a puzzle that there's no path to the puzzle, there's no hints along the way to the puzzle. You don't know what you're doing at all.
You got to be in his mind. You got to know.
Right.
They're the bad ones. And to those ones as well, for me personally, I always say for a puzzle cache, I'm a good driver. So I can actually drive the person who solved it to the cache location, and then I can sign my name on the log from there.
I'll even climb a damn tree for you. Happily.
Yeah. Just give me the coordinates.
I have no problem sending a message to the C if I can't figure it out, sending a message to the CO or sending a message to someone who solved it and say, hey, can I get a little nudge here?
Yeah.
Here's what I have tried. Can I get a little nudge here?
Yep. Those ones.
Yeah. Okay, that's me to Chad. Well, how much time we got? Okay, we got a couple minutes. Go, Chad. You. Go around.
I think this has almost been covered or mostly been covered. Inappropriate DT. So if you're hiding a magnetic nano on a bleachers next to a trash can, next to a dugout, and the coordinates are all within range of them, don't make it a 1 difficulty.
Or give a hint.
or give a hint. You know, even with a hint, I would say that's more than a
No,
one
that's not a
difficulty unless
But some
it
people are,
was on the trash can.
Some people are 1.5s across the board, and those people,
Yeah,
special place in hell for those people. But
and on the other end, if you need to climb straight up a cliff face, don't make it a terrain of 1.
straight up a cliff. How does their reviewer let them get away with that when you have to climb straight up a cliff face?
Well, that's
the
obviously not
reviewer
in the
doesn't.
listing.
Yeah, the reviewer doesn't necessarily know unless the reviewer has gone out there and looked at a topographical map.
I can't believe someone
even then
complained about that.
It might not be that obvious.
Yeah.
But on the other end of that too, Chad, and that is if you've got something in, like, as Jim just said then in the comments, if you've got something on a 45-degree angle, don't put it as a terrain 5. If you don't need specialist equipment, and there are terrain 5s out there that literally, like me, 6 foot, I can actually reach it and pick it off the tree. I don't need even a tot. Even if you need a ladder, that's not a terrain 5 in my mind. Personally.
Right. About the only ones
specialist equipment.
Yeah, about the only ones that I've seen those are like liars caches. Liars caches 5.5s that aren't truly 5.5s.
I love those. Those are my favorites.
And it's like I'm not a fan of them, but there's one that I'm a fan of. Only one fan, but you actually have to become the liar in it. So you have to solve it, and it's kind of difficult to solve to get to the first location. But then you've got to make up a story, and it has to be a really good story.
So you've got to continue the lie.
You got to continue the lie. Yeah,
we've had something like that. Yes, I've seen those.
Yeah. So I'm not into fake inflation, Scott, of the numbers in terms of the terrain levels. So yeah, no, it's specialist equipment. Terrain 5 specialist. A ladder is.
So you're saying a tree climb is not a tree climb is not a TF5?
No, definitely not. A tree climb's only a 4.5.
Okay.
There's a half for a reason. There you go.
Okay.
There's halves for a reason.
So you're saying is a boat a specialized equipment? So an island cache is.
Oh yeah.
Well, an island cache is not a T5 in your eyes.
No. Some say boat is specialist equipment, but for me personally, specialist equipment is abseiling gear, like the rock climbing gear. It's scuba gear. Things that you actually need to do some training to get. So in other words, a boat, you do have to do some training to actually get a boat license to drive a boat.
Kayaking.
No, you don't. A kayak.
Kayaking down bayous that you can't take a boat down.
I still wouldn't call him a T5, to be honest.
Wow,
with you. That's just me.
Ooh,
I'm harsh.
Ooh,
I'm harsh.
Wow, man.
That's a T4.5. 4.5. We need more 4.5s, people. Just saying.
I'd be super pissed if I was on an island with a 4.5 terrain. I'd be like, "Are you serious, dude?"
Why? It gets you another fill in your gap. I bet you got more 5s than 4.5s, don't you?
Oh, way more. Way more.
There you go.
I'd say 200 of my T5s are kayak caches.
Kayaks. All right, guys. It is 9:30 here in Chicago. Guys, there are more we have. If you want to see our show notes, you just go to geocachingpodcast.com and you click on today's show and you go to our show notes and you can see all the stuff that you didn't hear tonight's show. And that is the show tonight. Everybody, thank you for calling in. Super appreciated. Next week, guys. Next week. Chad, you're gone, right? Chad's on.
I'll be on assignment.
Good. It's me and Craig. Good. Me and Craig are going to keep the boat afloat here. Next week, we're talking about attributes, using attributes correctly.
This will be fun.
Attributes. I'm a big fan of attributes. I'm all for them.
Yeah.
But using them correctly. So we're going to.
I expect to hear about poison ivy.
Oh, you will. Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So
I'll be the negative to Scott's positive, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody this is fantastic. Somebody says it's a no Chano show. It's a no Chano show. That's fantastic. Love that one. Good one. No Chano show. So okay, guys. So everybody, thank you for calling in. Chad, thank you. Craig, welcome to the show, buddy. You did
Appreciate
it. Well done, sir. And everybody, we will see you guys next week. We're gonna close this out. Please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, as we stream live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, geocachingpodcast.com. The archived video versions of our podcasts are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available wherever you find your favorite podcasts. If you like the show, please head on over to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. We really appreciate it, and it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure you click that subscribe or get notified buttons to know exactly when we go live. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of our show. With tiers starting as low as $5, you will get a ton of additional information, extra video, extra audio, only available to our patron members. Please head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cachely, Logwork, FTF Geocacher Magazine, the Max Odds Body Company, Practical Geocaching, Arted Crafted, PatTags.com, Geocaching Adventures LLC, and GeoGo. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week, so we'll see you next week talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones, and we'll talk to you guys next week. And we're clear.
And just for everyone in the watching still, make sure you hit that little thumbs up. People say it all the time. People don't do it, Scott. They don't do it. Everyone right now, if you're still watching, hit that little thumbs up because it helps it go around the channel itself.
Does it?
We need to, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah,
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, it does.
I can only be in charge.
Trust me. Trust me.
Hit the thumbs up, guys. Come on.
Hit the thumbs up.
Good Lord. All right, guys. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight. Thanks everybody who called in. Thanks for welcoming Craig and being part of the show. All right, guys. We'll talk to you guys next week. Everybody be well, be safe. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.